What's up, guys, again? Now, I just finished my Brian Ortega versus Zabit Magomedov video where that is in the works and it's most likely going to get announced soon. And right when I finished that video, it turns out Tony Ferguson's coming back and he has a fight. And no, it's not going to be Conor McGregor and it's not going to be Justin Gaethje. It's actually going to be Donald Cerrone. So, Tony Ferguson versus Donald Cerrone for UFC 238 is close to be finalized. And if you don't know what card that is the card with Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes and Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai. I mean, let's be honest here, Tony versus Donald Cerrone should be the main event on that card, but this kind of came from left field. I don't think many expected this fight to happen because everybody believed one of these two fighters were most likely going to fight Conor McGregor. And now that they're facing each other, Conor's left out completely. Who is he going to fight now? He's not going to fight Khabib, most likely. Now he can't fight Tony Ferguson, and the fight with Donald Cerrone, which even Dana White said that Conor has brought up in their talks before. Now that's not on the table anymore. So Conor's most likely going to wait out for a pretty long time, or if he wants to fight someone like Justin Gaethje, I mean, I'm all in on that. So this is Conor McGregor's loss and everybody else's win. Besides, Tony still deserves a title shot, but this fight with Donald Cerrone is a clear-cut #1 contender fight. How many of those fights has Ferguson been in? Countless. But this should be the end of all of that, hopefully. And in great news, this also means that Tony Ferguson's mental troubles, the issues that he was having, seem to be fine now. He seems to be okay, and that at the end of the day is the most important thing. Very happy to see that Tony Ferguson's back. He seems to be fine. He seems to be in the right spirits and hopefully fix this whole thing. And if he hasn't fixed it completely, it's still in progress to do that. Now, after Donald Cerrone's win against Ally Quinta, which was an amazing win. It just shows how high level Donald Cerrone is at 155 pounds. People were asking me constantly, how does he stack up with the rest of the division? How does he stack up with Khabib, Poirier, Conor, even Max Holloway? And they asked me Tony Ferguson. And out of all of those options, I said that Tony Ferguson is his toughest matchup. By far. I don't know, it's just kind of weird that now it came to fruition. I don't like the fight for Cerrone style-wise. I mean, for all intents and purposes, take this fight. I mean, I'm not saying that. He can obviously win, but out of all the matchups, I don't like it for him stylistically. Tony Ferguson is a better boxer. He's a longer boxer. He has high volume. He's as tough as they come. He has a granite chin. And the way to fight Cerrone is put pressure on him in the first round, and you bet Tony Ferguson is going to be able to do that. He did it to Edson Barboza. He did it to Josh Thompson. He did it to Anthony Pettis. People are very good at kicking. And this is another kicker with, other skills, of course. But here's a difference. He's not going to match Tony Ferguson in the wrestling. And even the BJJ is going to be dicey, right? Tony's a different kind of BJJ artist coming from the 10th planet world. And he has way higher wrestling. Like, way higher capabilities in that area. It's really going to be tough for Donald Cerrone here because he doesn't have the second option of going for takedowns if it gets dicey on the feet like he had in his previous fights, especially when he fought at 170. And he's a slow fighter in the first round, and Tony's very good at game planning fights. Look at the way he fought Kevin Lee and the way he fought RDA, and compare that to the way he fought Edson Barboza and Anthony Pettis. I mean, they're polar opposite approaches. With Lee and RDA, he took the first round off and then gradually got stronger, because he knew the opponent was going to fade eventually. They were going to keep up with the pace. And with Cerrone, he's going to put on the pressure very early and go straight to 5th gear. Now, this is going to be a 3-round fight, most likely, unless they have it in their contract, which makes it a 5-round fight. And why not do that? I'll love to see that. Now we know that they can both go 5 rounds very well. But the fact that it's a 3-round fight actually favors Tony Ferguson. If Cerrone goes out there and loses the first round drastically, like most of us would expect it, he now only has 2 rounds to make up for that. Rather than if it was a 5-round fight, now he has 4 more rounds to get it going. He can lose a round and still be pretty comfortable. If he loses a round in a 3-round fight, now things get a little bit more hectic. So I do expect Tony Ferguson to win this fight, and I do expect him to fight the winner of Khabib and Dustin Poirier next. But what I've been thinking about Tony Ferguson was, okay, he met up with Dana White, and they talked about a bunch of things. And he came out happy, it seems like. On social media, it looks like he was pretty happy. And that meant to me, I originally thought he got 2 names thrown at him. And that's why he was happy. It was either Conor McGregor or the winner of Khabib versus Dustin Poirier. And now that he got Donald Cerrone, and he came out enthusiastic, it must mean, yes, it's a good fight for him, but the pay must have been raised for Tony Ferguson. Because let's be honest here, even though he doesn't have the belt, he is pretty much like a champion in this division. You cannot say who's the best lightweight right now, either Khabib or Tony Ferguson, until they face each other, or until one of them loses. They both have equal win streaks, I believe. I think they both are on an 11 win streak, and they've beaten some of the best fighters in this division already. I would say Tony Ferguson has a stronger resume on the opponents he has beaten, but Khabib has beaten guys like Conor McGregor, who tops most of the fighters that Tony Ferguson has beaten, you know. So should be an amazing fight. I cannot wait for this one. I apologize if the editing in this video isn't like my other video for the Ortega and Zabit video. This just got announced and I wanted to get this out really quickly. But if you guys have not checked out my Ortega and Zabit video, I highly recommend you guys checking that one out. And it throws a wrench into the whole featherweight division. I go deep right into that. So leave a comment below what you guys think about this matchup. What do you guys think this means? What's going to happen next? UFC can be pretty unpredictable at times with the decisions that they make. And I'll see you guys in the next video.